Hello, hello, hello. It is Friday. Happy Friday to everyone listening today. Every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, you get me and a glass of wine. Of course, it's still January, so we're drinking Duplin, Duplin. I have posted their information on our social media pages, so we support those who support us, and Duplin offers a pretty decent military discount, so don't forget to check them out and let Duplin know you heard about them here on the Camouflaged Beauty platform. And while you're at it, feel free to share your go-to wine with us. Tag us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. It is 5 p.m. somewhere, 5 p.m. here for me in the South, but my guest today is all the way in Germany. We have so much more to share with you today, so stay tuned. We'll be right back. You're listening to Camouflaged Beauty, a podcast of shared experiences for military women. It's still January and we're discussing new experiences. My guest today is the definition of a Shero. Kayla is 27 years old and has been kicking butt in the service for about 6 years. She is a wife to an active duty member, and now she is a new mom of not just one, but of two beautiful baby twin girls. She's in Germany, which works out great since she loves to travel and loves to be outside and paint as well. She's an airman, leader, wife, mother. She is what we call a Shero. Kayla, welcome to the platform. How are you?
Hi, I'm good.
Good. So tell me a little bit about your career coming into the military, being here for 6 years prior to becoming a parent.
So I am originally from New Jersey and did a bit of college before enlisting. And I don't know. I really was tired with school. So I'm like, let me just enlist. So I think I was 21 when I enlisted. So just enlisted to join the Air Force. My father is a mechanic. So you know what? Let me try and go for a mechanic gig because I pretty much know a little bit, about mechanics, learning from them. So I got that job and just been trying to do my best since I've gotten it. I don't know what else to say.
No, that's absolutely awesome. Female and a mechanic. Like I said, kicking butt all around. So you've been in for a little while now and you are married. And what job does your husband do?
We both have the same job. We're both crew chiefs.
Perfect. Yeah. So then you guys introduced two little ones into the family. Did you have a good understanding of not only your job, but the Air Force before you became a mom?
The Air Force I did. I knew a bit about it. However, when I did become a mom, things completely changed because it's not just, you and your spouse and your work. It's you, your spouse, and kids were the number one priority. So if they're sick, you kind of have to adjust your schedule to them. So that was very interesting to learn being a mom.
I can only imagine, and not just being a mom of one, but two babies at the same time. So what has been the most difficult thing you would say so far for your military career after having children, besides the obvious flexibility in your own personal schedule, because you never know when they're going to need you at the moment's notice? How has it been going back into the office and being a crew chief and adjusting your schedule with that new life?
It's been hard. I mean, it sucks too because both my husband and I are in the same job. He works on the flight line and I work back shop. So it's and being a female, motherly, obviously, you have that role of you have to be the one to take care of the kids. Your schedule is the one that adjusts to the kids, not the husband, but the wife. And so I can't really be on a different shift. I'm the one, picking up the kids from daycare, dropping them off early. So, and not being able to, participate in a lot of different things that I would like to, for example, deployments, TDYs, even volunteer opportunities. I kind of have to, like you said, work my schedule around the kids. So that's been kind of hard.
Yeah, no, that is a lot to unpack. And so you brought up something extremely important. And so whether it's actual or not, and a lot of times the perceived reality is that as the mom, you are the one doing the heavy lifting when it comes on to children. And even if the fathers want to be involved, a lot of times, even in our offices, the expectation is that that mother is the one that's going to need the time off or put their career on the back burner. So do you feel as if your husband has the same level of support if he needed to take the time off and to take the kids to doctor, or would they first be like, wait, where's your wife?
Yeah, I feel like it's more of like, where's your wife? Especially because I'm back shop and he's flatline, and the mission with flatline is always that mission first, and back shop it's everything else. So
yeah, so I would tend to agree with that. And I don't think it's anything against leadership per se. I think that's just social norms of us believing that, hey, the wife, the mother will take care of these things, and father, dearest, will jump in only if mommy is not available. So we talked about some of those transitioning back, like you said, the difficulties in volunteering or your career in a different path. Do you think even as something as preparing for your PT test as a mom of 2 new kids, do you feel like that has been more difficult for you in any way, or what?
Oh, yeah, that has been very difficult, especially too because I had them via C-section. So as I'm sure you know, with C-sections, your abs stretch out differently. And then once, they stitch it back up, they're not formed as they were before. So, I mean, even when it was my turn to PT test, I had to do way more ab workout than running, and my abs do not look the same as they do before. And it's so weird because like the 2-pack will be kind of like adjusted differently, and it's like right. I look weird.
I would argue a lot of that is more in your head than anywhere else. I mean, you just gave birth to 2 humans, and so I hope you give yourself a little bit of grace and understand that a lot of moms are going through this as well. So you guys are in Germany and you're in a tough job already in the maintenance career field. What is it like being so far away, being a new mom without a support system?
It is tough. But I will say that I do have coworkers who I've been stationed with at other bases who are here, who they have wives with toddlers as well. So it's good to have that. It does suck that I'm away from my family. But I mean, one of the reasons why I joined was to travel, and me and my husband chose to come to Germany. Like when we put in for it, thank God we actually got Germany because it's a beautiful, beautiful country. With COVID, it's a little hard to, travel and stuff. But I mean, even going to and from work, like we have a whole bunch of beautiful landscape sceneries, like straight out of National Geographic.
Right.
It's beautiful. So it's not that bad.
Yeah, no, Germany is a great place to be. And so for those of us who are not overseas, who are dying to go over there, please, we're living through you vicariously. I'm so glad to hear that you have a support system, though, because in anything we do in the military, whether it's a new experience like being a new mom or just being in a new country altogether, we depend on those folks that we have chosen to be our family, and we've got connected to throughout our careers and over time. So kudos to them, and shout out to your friends over there in Germany who are taking care of you while your rest of your family is not there to support. All right. So we talked a little bit about your daily work schedule. Promotion is still a thing. We already talked about the PT test. How are you going to, or how are you currently balancing that Air Force career, taking care of your Air Force career and taking care of your family equally? Is that even possible to do?
So, how do I say this? I am still enrolled in school. I spoke with my husband. So that's one thing is key if you are married in the military, obviously communication with your spouse, telling them what you want out of your career and pretty much the timeline of how you want to do it. So I spoke with my husband, and I want to finish my bachelor's within a year. I'm almost done, have a few classes left. And I told him I wanted to focus on getting that done. So talked to him, and he was okay with me going on swing shift. So I will be doing the classes in the morning and then working afternoon, late evening, and he'll be taking care of the kids. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. So that just added a whole entire other elements to the conversation. I mean, wow. So kudos to your husband as well. And that is, you guys both are exemplifying what it takes to have a true partnership, because you're absolutely correct. It's important that you communicate that information with him and that he's there to support that at that time, because there's going to be a point in time where you're going to have to come back and support him. And so kudos to him. But okay, so you're preparing to go on swing shifts. Now, how do you plan on making this work? You tell me the secrets of being a swing shift, having two young children, being a wife, being a stellar airman, being a mechanic. How do you plan on making all this work?
Well, so we kind of did it before at our last base before we got here, except it was the other way around. He was on swings and I was on days. So, and I was still in school during that time. So honestly, it was just, wake up, get the kids ready, take them to daycare, go to work, come out, pick up the kids, prepare a quick dinner for them, get them straight to bed. And then by that time, he'll be coming home from work, and I'll just take care of school, see him for like an hour or two, and then head to bed. That is one thing that sucks about us being on separate shifts, is we don't get to see each other until the weekend. If, weekend permitted, God forbid, he has weekend duty or I do, but it's pretty much just, we just make it work. Honestly, I mean, yeah, some days we'll argue because we haven't really seen each other, but if you're okay with that arguing for a short amount of time, then that's all that matters. Again, communication is key.
Wow, absolutely. I'm telling you, you have this solution figured out already. It may not seem that way from where you're sitting, but everything you're saying is absolutely right on target as to what you need to do to have a successful relationship in the Air Force, children or not. So that communication is important. So being over there in Germany, COVID is still happening. Are there any agencies that you have utilized or you're aware of that can help not only you, but maybe another new mom in your situation?
Also, there's always an Airman Family Readiness Center. The CDC also has like parent advisory boards that can help. First shirts as well. But I did create a Facebook group for new moms who are dealing with this, because that's what I had at my old base, was a mom group on Facebook. And honestly, like the best of relationships, I miss them. I didn't see one over here for, the same age group. So I was like, let me just make one, just add a whole bunch of people, have them, same age group as my kids, and then we'll see how that goes. So that's actually been pretty good so far.
That is absolutely amazing. Please take this time to shout out your Facebook group, because if there's anyone out here listening that is in the area in Germany, they may need that information. So tell us a little bit about your group.
Yeah, so it's called Springdahlem First Time Moms. And it's pretty much for any new mom up to age 3, I think I had it, or set to 4. And it's just what it is. It's for new moms. If you have any questions, it can be, does this rash on my baby look crazy? Or literally it could be you giving away free clothes from the kids or selling them. It's just, I want it to be a group that moms can come together and feel like, that they can say whatever, even venting about their husbands. Like that's how my old group was, and asking for advice. Like God forbid if they're going through a divorce or they're thinking about it, just women supporting women and being there for each other. And that's pretty much the goal that I want to set for this group.
That is absolutely awesome. And I hope that whenever you decide to leave Germany, that is a group that continues. It is extremely important that women of all sorts, whether you are single, a mother, whatever it may be, support each other the best ways we can. And you're right. Sometimes little girl talk is good. Sometimes your husband is going to annoy you, and that's fine. And it's best to vent that in a safe area with people who understand and people who are not here to judge you and not make you feel like you're crazy, and that it's okay to be human and just have one of those days. So kudos to you. If you are in the Spindalum area, don't forget to check out her Facebook page. If you are a new mom or know someone that's a new mom with kids up to the age of 4, please log on to Facebook and check that group out. All right, so we talked a little bit about your husband, and I know you guys don't have much time, but you guys are still a young couple, and so date night is extremely important still at this age and time in your life. So what is date night looking like for you guys at this time?
COVID. Honestly, the other day, not gonna lie, I was craving some of my husband's carne asada pico, because he makes some, I'm telling you, like really amazing carne asada with pico.
Nice.
I just mentioned it to him, and then he, the next day, just went and cooked it. And it takes 6 hours to cook the carne. So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, he made it for me, and we just sat there and ate it together. Obviously, I was quiet most of the time because I was just
right.
embracing the flavors. But with COVID again, date nights usually just sitting on the couch watching Netflix and just being together.
No, but the thing is, that's absolutely perfect, because you don't need to be out. You don't need to spend a lot of money, and then you'll have to find childcare. So for those of you listening who are new to this motherly experience, that's something key to understand. Find those unique ways to support your partner in the simplest way possible. Sometimes it could just be, I don't know if it's going to be 6 hours of carne asada, because, most of us don't have that skill. So kudos to your husband for that. But whatever it is that works for you guys as young couples, find that time for each other to support each other and to still let your relationship bloom as well. All right. So Kayla, we know that mothers, often put themselves at the bottom of the priority list. And so you take care of work as a crew chief. You take care of your daughters as a mommy. You're taking care of your husband as a wife. But how are you taking care of you?
That is something I ask myself every day. It's the little things. So whatever time, that you have, an hour during nap time, 2 hours during nap time, you just take it to do whatever feeds your soul. So it all depends on the day with me too. I like to paint with like acrylic paint. So I'll pop open a DIY YouTube video for like beginners, and I have my acrylic paints and my canvas, and I'll just try my best to, paint whatever it is that they're showing. Honestly, sometimes just cleaning soothes me. Like, when you vacuum and you hear that, the dirt covered in it, sometimes it's the best feeling. And then sometimes I just go out in my patio with a cup of coffee, and my view is pretty nice. I'm not trying to,
rub it in.
But I have beautiful, a valley in our neighborhood that I can see. Breathing in the fresh air, and just sometimes that's just the best thing. Take a walk. I don't know. But those are some things that I do for myself that really helps me time.
Well, young lady, you absolutely amaze us. You define what we all strive to be as military women, to be committed, to be dedicated, to find that balance in life and whatever life throws at you, and to still walk in the uniform with your head held high, doing the very best that you can. That is what defines us as military women. So, Kayla, are there any last words of advice that you'd like to share with our new military moms?
The most important thing I'd say is it is okay to cry. It is okay to break down if you need to. I'm the type of person, I'm very independent. I don't need help, but I do need help, even if I won't say it. And I gather all my emotions up and I try to, push it off. But there comes a time where it will all come out. It could be the littlest, cup spilling and breaking to your kid tripping and everything comes out. And so it's okay to break down and have a moment to just cry and get it all out. I know we all try to be super moms and try to be the best and do this, that, this, but we have to take care of ourselves emotionally. Postpartum is real. A lot of people suffer with it, even though they haven't been diagnosed with it. It's real. It happens. Do not wait until it's too late to go and seek help. If you can't seek it from your spouse or if you have no friends or family, it doesn't hurt to go out to Airman Family Readiness Center or whatever local agencies they have out there. That's the biggest thing, honestly, because having twins, there's a lot of hormones, a lot. As soon as they came out, it just hormones everywhere. And it was tough for me emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all the pillars. Like, it was really hard. So take care of that. Find something, even if you have to keep looking, that helps you. Coloring, painting, watching TV, anything, yoga. Just find something that can help you at least put that stress level a little lower than it is and try and make it work. Reach out to someone. You can reach out to me. I don't care. I'm here all the time. I'm a big mom, even though I'm a mom of 2 kids, but I grew up as the oldest of 5. So I've always been that mom figure. So if you ever need any help, reach out.
All right, you heard it here. Kayla Bradford joining us all the way today from Germany. We are excited to have her here with us to share her story of just being an airman, a woman, and a mother. To those of you who say it can't be done, you're usually passed over by someone else that's doing it. And this young lady here is doing it, has done it, and continues to do it. A special thanks to her leaders, her husband's leaders, her friends, her support system for their top-notch continued support so this family can continue to thrive away from their support system while they're all the way in Germany, serving in the Air Force and kicking ass as mechanics. Thanks again, Kayla, for joining us on the Camouflage Beauty. That's all for me. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. You can find us on the book, IG, or Twitter. Email us your stories to camobeautystories@gmail.com. That's it for me, y'all. Until next time, be kind to your body, soul, and mind.